There's a difference between saying you're a green company and actually going that extra mile to be green. When you hear companies are green, you may think it's just for the incentives. But then there are others out there like Swire Hotels who are truly green because they feel it is the right thing to do.
So millennials are changing the way we think, but I think most people are concerned about the environment, and you're doing a lot of things that are greener.
So in Brickell City Centre, for instance, before we cleared the site, there was 75 200-year-old gumbo trees on the site. We had Buddhist monks come in, they blessed those trees, we dug them up, we moved them 4 miles down Miami River and replanted them and re-blessed them in Museum Park. And
are they still alive today?
All of those trees are still alive today, 3 years later. We were told that only 20% would survive, but all survived.
It's fantastic to be able to hear that, but that's a big cost.
It's an $800,000 cost.
Okay, that's a lot of zeros, right?
It is. Yeah.
And so why was that so important to the company to do? Because that's not an investment most companies would make.
I think we just have a commitment to the environment, to be a responsible developer and for the future, of our planet. So we always think about that. I think there's only plan A, there's no plan B for our planet. So we've got to stick to a plan A, and I think we also, the Metro Mover comes into our project. There's actually a stop at Brickell City Centre. The Metro Rail connects behind the project, and we also invested in the Underline, the first corporate investment in that project, which is a 10-mile linear park which runs behind the project down to Dadeland and is a urban trail running walking track with butterfly parks, etc., which has been designed by James Corden Field and Associates, the same as the Highline developers. So,
which has been very popular in New York.
Hugely popular in New York, and I think it's really important for us and for millennials, like you say, that there are those options, that walkability factor in a city. And as Miami kind of becomes more of a traditional, perhaps urban center with downtown, it's so important that we get people out of cars and onto bikes and walk.
And not just on the beach.
Exactly.
Does it pay for a company to be green?
I think it does. Millennials appreciate our story and what we're doing. We also have the climate ribbon within the project, which is a $30 million investment. It's a 150,000 square foot trellis, which connects the entire project and is a passive climate management system. And it also collects all the rainwater and irrigates the center. It's 500 million gallons of water a year.
So typically businesses are incentivized to make these green investments, but you seem to be making investments that don't have tax payoffs. So why are you doing it in that manner?
I think because we're a long-term company, like I say, we're 200 years old, and I think it really appeals to millennials and to the future generations that we're looking after our cities and building communities and just doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do.